Hi everyone, it's Marisa with Sweet Pea Curiosities. Hope you're all doing well. So I'm just coming on for a quick flip through of my newest junk journal that I just finished. This one's huge. I mean, I've never done such a big journal. This one here, it's a 10, not counting the lace at the here, but the 10 by 7, and it's got 5 signatures in it, and it's just I didn't realize I was making it so big until I did. But I love it. So normally I do usually my size journals I do are usually, this is about 8 by 6. This is kind of the size that I normally do. So you can see the difference here. But anyways, I wanted to also come on because on my last video, I did the raised stencils for covers. And I used one of them from that video, and that's on the front. So here's a couple of the other ones that I did in that video. So I wanted to show you again how I use those. So what I did is that I glued it onto the cover. Now, also I wanted to say, before I get sidetracked here, normally when I do junk journals, I usually use books. I gut them out and maybe expand them, and I use those. This is the first time, you guys, that I've ever used a box. I used a graham cracker box, one of the big ones from Costco, to do it. And I really like it because it definitely gives it a little bit more movement than, say, your hard covers. Oops, I keep getting caught here. The hard covers, where this is pretty firm here. This one has some movement. So anyways, I put the cover, the stenciled cover on there. And then I have all this material I pick up, and I've got so many of them, I can't buy any more. But anytime I'm at a thrift store, if I find a really good wedding dress that's a decent price, that has a lot of the embellishments on it, I always pick them up. And as long as they're not valuable, I cut them up. I've avocado dyed these. It's been a long time. This one you can tell is a little darker, so I probably also did a little tea or coffee with it. I can't remember. It's just kind of in my stash. But anyways, so before I laid it, this stencil cover, I put some lace down underneath and I covered it. I had did another cover, and you can kind of see the words. It's it's in French. It's like chairs, but it was pretty white, and I like it for the background behind this lace, but I wasn't liking the effect just by itself, so I covered it with this pretty antique lace that I have. And you can see how I did this here. And then I did a little tassel here on the side. Okay, so let's get into it. I don't want to go too long. And like I said, this is pretty good size, so I'll kind of just flip through it here. Oops, oh my God. What am I doing here? There we go. All right. So in the inside, that was another thing. I had put material down. It was this pink, and I thought it was too pink, so I toned it down with some other. I've got some cheesecloth here. This is a what do you want to call it? A doily, or it was more of like a table runner. And then I put down here. I used so I used a lot of my digitals, but I also used in here, there's a gal, and I will link her down below. She's in France, and I have bought some of her fabulous papers, and I have put her papers, some of her papers in here as well. It took a lot for me to use them, but I thought, what am I holding them for? I bought them to use them for junk journals, so I need to start putting them in. So I finally took the leap. But here's the front page here. I made a lot of little collage pockets, some tags that I did here. I also used a lot, because I used my digitals, but I have a lot of, you know, things that I've made. When I create my digitals, I try to show how you can make them, and I have so much of that stuff that I'm trying to use it. So these are the little pocket tags, and so I've just put that there. These here are, if any of you know my stuff on Etsy, I do a lot of the file folders. So these were my Shabby Chic file folders, so I've added those in here. Added a little tag here. And then they just have a lot of little pockets and ephemera. So you guys, so this is one of the vintage French papers. Isn't that writing beautiful? Oh, I just love it. Like I said, it was hard to use, but I thought that's what I bought it for. So then just have a little pocket here. This here is the piano paper, and I printed on the piano paper. These were some of my test ones, but so I'm trying to get rid of some of those. This is old book page. Here's another little collage that I did. Created a pocket here with some tags. Some more old paper. This is another one of the invoices or French that are original. They're just so beautiful. I just love the feel of them. Then this here, I just did a little fabric flip. This was just from a magazine. Put it on some of my papers. There's another one of those French pieces, a check. Is that a French one? No, this is another one that I got at a thrift store. This was in French, but I put that in there. And I just got some old letters in here. I just kind of crumpled them up and made them look a little aged. Printed on the back. This here. This is a little pocket here. Made a little envelope from a magazine. Just put a bunch of little ephemera in there. This is just an old letter, a recipe that I had, I think is what it is. Here's the other side of that invoice. This is old wallpaper that I have, and I just cut out the flower. Oh my gosh, you guys, isn't that just beautiful? I wish I could write like that. I have horrible handwriting. It used to be somewhat good, but when I used to work in an office, I had to sign and write things, and I just got sloppy. It just looks like a doctor's writing. You can't read it. These are just some old letters, old pictures. This here's another pocket with an old postcard that I have. Try to see what date that's from. Can't tell. This here's some of that French paper that I got from her. Isn't that great? Look at that, from 1907. So pretty. And then here I just made 3 pockets, sewed them, stuck in some tags. Oops, that's weird. A little pocket here. This is an old piece of fabric that I had. There's another one of those French papers. It's kind of like vellum. A little collage pocket. This here, I just took some tissue paper that I have that has words, scrunched it up, and just put it over the top of that, and then just kind of distressed it. It's from an old book I have. I just love her. A little pocket here. So this here is a napkin that I decoupaged on top. I ended up, usually before I bind, I tried to cover or take care of the white pages, and I didn't do it before, so I was just kind of going through and doing each one. So I took this napkin, I just decoupaged it on it, and I love it. I love the texture that it gives. Oops. A collage here and some words. So this here I talked about on briefly on another video. Not sure what I was doing. I think I was doing another flip through, excuse me. And this is from this English Garden. This is from the potpourri bags that you get, you know, you put in your drawers. So I just cut that out, and then I have some flowers. They're real pressed flowers, and I've just put those on top of that. This is another one of those. Oh, actually, no, this isn't from her. This one here is from the estate, or sorry, it was an antique store that I went to, I think this last summer. I think I did a flip through on some of the things I got, and so this is some of those papers. Just really pretty writing. This is for, it says the state of South Carolina. So it doesn't really go with the kind of the French theme, but I just love the handwriting. So flower here. There's another little collage that I did. This one here is from France as well. I love that. It's all stained. Came just like that. And I just covered the back of that white area again, covered that. Put a pretty nice doily here. That was also from her. I got a lot of stuff in here that was from her. Her Etsy name is like La Frenchia something, but I've got to list it down below. And she's on my Instagram as well. She always has some neat stuff. And very reasonable priced. So these are those tape transfers. Because, you know, this here, so you can tell, you see the doily here? I was printing, trying to print doilies, and I thought I'd use wax paper, so it did create a pretty pattern, but it took a long time to dry. And I put these in here, but I have a tough time because can't do a whole lot on them just because things won't stick. This is one of those rub-on stickers. that I put on here. But I love the sound, and it does have a pretty pattern. Another one of those French pages. Another transfer, tape transfer. There's another, the file folders. Tons of ephemera in here. And I've got a pocket here on the side with more. Tag. This has a little pocket in there as well. This is a sticker, frame sticker that I got at Dollar Tree. Had this picture, so I just put that in there. I thought it was really pretty. There's another pocket as well. So I was going to do with the tape transfer on this, but this is something that I printed. And I don't think that would work, but I thought, you know, I kind of like it with just the tape on there. So I just left it. I never did try. I don't think it will work as well as like with magazines, but maybe it will. A cluster. There's another letter here. I love the coloring of that. Here's a pocket that I made. Took some of that wedding material, put it on there. Did a little collaging here. I've got the tag. And I've got a little book in here. This one here, this stamp, I'm trying to remember her name. I think it's Lorna Taylor. She makes stamps. And I bought this from her a long time ago, and I never have used it. So I tried it out for the first time. It's Tiffany and Company. It's pretty. Of course, I was trying to do it in the book. And so I didn't get a real good adhere just because I've got so much stuff behind it. So I know I could do a better job if I just had a flat surface. Here's the other side of that letter. A little pocket here, a little tag. Love that girl. This is from a book, 1905 to 1908. I just like the dates on there, so I just put that in there. It's one of those pocket tags again. Some more ephemera. So this here is from a bag, and it holds a bunch of ephemera. Let me take this out here. So when I just folded it up to make three slots. I sewed it on the side. Super simple. A little collage that I did. Another little tag. That was pretty. Use some of my wallpaper papers. It's from an old book, fashion book. A little cluster here with a little pocket. This here was from a magazine, and I like that. It's like that French provincial postcard. This is that old wallpaper that I showed at the beginning where I had cut out the flowers. This one I just left it on there. Then I just did a little cluster of material here, put the little girl word. Here's another little cluster. Little tag. Little corner pocket. This here has a pocket in here. Also with a letter. Okay. This here is just another little letter that I've just paper clipped. So this is when I was trying to print doilies, and I just kind of kept using the same paper over and over as I was printing my doilies, but it created, I thought, really kind of a pretty paper, so I kept that one. This here's just a little pocket that I did. I just like that picture there. This is some of the paper from France, another little journal card. Here I've just put the lace over the top. A collage here. Actually, I think I had this as a pocket, and I forgot to put something in there. And this is that paper too. Listen to that. Oh, it's fabulous. I'd love to have a whole bunch of that. A little pocket here. So it's funny, I have this in one of my shops with all the pictures and photos. This is actually one of my cousins, distant, long years ago cousin. I can't remember what his name is. It was in all my family photos, but I really liked him. He was a good looking guy. So I had added that. And here's a belly band. I just have some, just crunched it up, just aged it. Makes it feel soft as well. Here's another one of those potpourri bags, a little tag. Ephemera here. This here. Some old book pages. This here. Little tag here. It's getting thick. This here, I've just got a little pocket right here. A little pocket here. With a little belly band cluster with another little letter. And then this here, little pocket here, got a little pocket here. This actually comes apart. It's just a little booklet. And there's that. Okay, guys, there it is. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully it gave you a few ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you so much to all of you, and you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.